this is almost like saying that trans people look like freaks, that's why you can spot them easily or something. I mean, why do you have to spot trans people in the first place? What is this, a game? Joking aside, this is a really hurtful myth and is misleading. You know, this is Aiden, Lith, Gina, Gigi. If you believe that these people look like freaks, I don't know which place you're from, but in my world, these people are smoking hot. And they're all trans. I'd like to mention more, but there's just so many beautiful trans people out there. What I want you guys to get out of this video is to please stop trying to spot trans people. I mean, trans or not, it's not good to judge people with their own bodies. Like, you know, there are men who have really wide hips, there are women who have really narrow hips and broad shoulders, so it's really hard to spot trans people. And no, you can't spot trans people. It's just that some people are like really passing and some are not. And you know, if you really like to spot them, you're part of the problem here. You know, for me, honestly, this is the most hurtful myth of all. This myth is just another way of saying that transgender people are less human because of their gender identity. Everyone has the right to be their truest self, even though other people won't understand. And the right to be men and women, regardless of what was assigned to them at birth. Not necessarily. Let me explain these into simple phrases. Trans people are trans because of their gender identity, not because they have undergone hormones or surgery. You know, there are transgender people who undergo surgery but not hormones. There are those who undergo hormones but not surgery. There are those who undergo both, and there are those who don't undergo anything at all. It really matters on like what's comfortable with them and with their health and like a lot of things. You know, there are a lot of factors for, you know, choosing the path that they do. You know, I really like Sam Killerman's metaphor towards this myth wherein medical transitioning is not vital, since we all know that a vital procedure is something that a person cannot live without, like an organ transplant or something. So the metaphor is this. Let's just say that a person is in need of a liver transplant. Liver transplants are solutions for, you know, like liver failure or disease. But if the liver doesn't match with a patient's body, then the body might reject that liver, called transplant rejection. And if the body rejects the organ, I need you guys to pay close attention to this one. The body might do something to destroy that liver. Now, the liver is a vital organ that is needed for a person to continue living a healthy life. So let's consider that a person's mind, or in this case, their gender identity, is a vital organ in which a person would need to continue living a healthy life. And what if the person is born with an organ that their body is slowly rejecting? To be honest with you, the experience of being born with a gender identity that does not match your physical body is equivalent to having an organ that your body is rejecting. And I'm pretty sure you get my point by now. There have been a relatively high number of trans people who reported that they considered suicide, and about half of them had attempted it. But to be clear with you, I'm not saying that transitioning would save trans people's lives. What I'm saying is that viewing these things as pure cosmetic, not medically necessary or non-vital, it's part of the problem. Those are all the myths that I'd like to emphasize on. I hope you guys got something out of this video. I worked really hard to really come up with this one to share to you guys. Bye guys, thank you so much again for really taking this time to watch this video. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.